What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It has been a while since we've had a free pick on the YouTube. It's been 3 or 4 days, and we typically don't go that long. So we are back with another free pick for you today in one of the later games in the MLB. We are now 8-1 in our last 9 free picks, so the free picks have been absolutely rolling. We've opened up 2 promo codes for you guys to get access to our full premium card. That is College 33 for 33% off the day, or the bi-weekly package, or Lifetime 400 for $400 off our lifetime package. We've talked about it time and time again. There's no better time to sign up for premium than right now with football season on the horizon and college football is officially kicked off. We absolutely dominate football. We've done 235 units last year in football alone. That's college football and NFL combined. And we are looking to do something similar this year. So we're really, really excited for it. If you guys are looking for an excuse to join premium, go ahead and sign up for one of those packages on the wop.com website. We also have an afterpay option where you can pay in increments of 4, 6, or 12 months, depending on what suits you best. So go ahead and take advantage of that, guys. We have another free pick on deck for you, and the premium has been absolutely rolling aside from the free picks. I'm coming off a 19-unit winning day. That was 2 days ago. Even though my month has kind of been up and down, that was really, really nice to see. One of my better days this entire year. Scott's Locks has a 4-unit play of the year today. It's his first 4-unit ever, and that one is going to cash us in. So if you're looking to get that as well, join the premium. Cole has coming off another good winning day. Chase as well, and CLV King has had 6 sweeps in the past 2 weeks. So the whole StatBets premium team is firing, and that goes hand in hand with our guide to profitable sports betting. Also available on the WAP.com website, where we are going to hand deliver you all the information that we use to become profitable sports bettors, and that is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to access that, guys. So super excited to drop that as well. With all that being said, we will get you another free pick winner. Let's dive into it. So it is going to be in this Miami and Colorado Rockies game. So the Marlins versus Colorado, and we are rocking with the Marlins team total over 4.5 at -135. That's the Marlins team total over 4.5 at -135. As you can see, this game is at 8:40 Eastern time, so you got some time to lock it in. And we will dive first into the weather and why we like the weather. So no surprise here, this is oftentimes the case, but Coors Field has the best hitting conditions of any ballpark today by a mile. Now, yes, this does have something to do with the altitude as they're playing at 6,000 feet, but this also has a lot to do with the barometric pressure, the air density, and the wind is blowing out as well. So all 3 of those factors combined will produce more runs, as we can see here. This is purely based on the weather components that go into this game. Home runs are seeing a 27% increase. Extra base hits, that means doubles and triples, are seeing a 26% increase. Singles are seeing an 11% increase, and runs are seeing a 32% increase. These are some of the higher percentages I've ever seen in Coors Field, and we will take a look at exactly why that is. So as we can see here, the wind is blowing out towards the left field. That is one of the easier parts of Coors Field to hit home runs, as it is the shortest part of the ballpark. As we can see here, 347 down the left field line, as opposed to the deeper part, which is center field, and a little deeper out there towards right field. So by far the easiest place to hit home runs. And we're seeing 13 all the way to 11, so that's about an average of wind speed blowing out in that direction. So that is a monster wind blowing out there. So once these players get a high launch angle, both pitchers provide fly balls at a decent rate, we should see a ton of home runs, especially coming from the Marlins side of the ballpark. As we can see here, these are today's numbers versus the typical numbers. So 1.5 to left field, 1.44 to left-ish center, 1.44 to center field, 1.47 to center field, and even right field is seeing some increases with the wind not blowing in that direction. So 8 out of those 9 categories are seeing increases in home runs. Similar story with doubles and triples, similar with singles as well. And then these are the typical weather conditions. So, and the for the games that are being played at Coors Field, obviously, because it's outdoors. And once again, just all really good numbers that we like to see for a lot of runs to be produced in this game. And we will go over to the Rockies starting pitcher and why I really like this matchup for the Marlins to produce some runs. So this is Cal Quantrill. He will get the start for the Rockies, and he has had a very tough year. As we can see here, his OPS is 0.791 against right-handers. Now, the Marlins do have some lefties sprinkled in, but primarily a right-handed dominant lineup. And we also see versus his time of day, so when he's pitching, this is a night game technically at 8:40. We can see his OBA is 0.2 8. And that is very high, especially for Cal Quantrill, who has been terrible at home. So those are just some good numbers we like to see. His walk rate is up, his hit by pitches is up, and his at-bats are also up when playing at night games. So we like to see that along with a 5 ERA during night games. Only a 5-6 record with 0 saves, obviously, because he's a starter. But he has played the majority of his games actually at night, 18 of his games at night. So that means it's a larger sample size with that 5 ERA coming into play. We'll dive into some of his numbers against the current Miami Marlins roster. So this is Cal Quantrill's numbers against currently who's going to be playing for the Marlins. As we can see, really, really bad numbers. Even though he's only had, a handful of at-bats, some of these guys will be used to Cal Quantrill. His K percentage is only 16.7%, and his walk percentage is 16.7% as well. That means he struck out one guy and walked one guy. Only 6 plate appearances. We can see his exit velo. That means the majority of the guys that have faced Cal Quantrill are exiting the balls are exiting their bats at 95.3 miles per hour, which is very, very high. A lower launch angle, meaning he was producing ground balls, but his expected batting average was almost 400 with an expected slugging of the mid 400s. And as we can see, his xWOBA, if that is blue, that means he has not performed well. And then we'll go into some of his actual metrics here over on this page here. So we can see the Marlins really excel against fastball hitters or against fastball pitchers with low velocity. As we can see, Cal Quantrill fits that category. Even though the Marlins offense has not been, very productive this season, this is really concerning to see for Cal Quantrill against the Marlins lineup, who is playing their second game as Coors Field, so they're actually used to the altitude now. They should be better rested, and they have seen Cal Quantrill before. So his xERA is in the 16th percentile, absolutely terrible at 4.87. Obviously, we're targeting that 4.5 for the full game, so with a 4.87 expected ERA, that is a good number to see. Expected batting average, 0.27. His fastball velocity is bottom half of the MLB. He doesn't get strikeouts a lot, meaning his pitch count should be driven up. And he is in the bottom 3rd percentile in walk rate. Something the Marlins need to do is cause traffic. They need to get guys on base. And with Cal Quantrill's walk rate being pretty high at 9.1%, they should be able to do just that. And why that pairs well is we go over their sprint speed. So we'll look at the Marlins starters. As you can see, a ton of these guys have really, really good sprint speeds, 28.4 for Pache. He's injured, but still nonetheless, 27.9 for Jake Berger, 28.7 Otto Lopez, 29.3 Connor Norby. And a lot of these guys are above average as well, which is great to see because the Rockies aren't very good at throwing runners out. So if they manufacture singles, they manufacture walks, they won't need to rely on extra base hits to get runners in scoring position. And against Cal Quantrill, he has been very, very poor at limiting runs when runners are in scoring position. So another way for the Marlins to produce runs there. And then lastly, we'll go over to the ERA. Now, obviously, some of these numbers are inflated because, once again, the elevation that Colorado plays at is a very, very hitter-friendly ballpark. But their ERA as a bullpen is dead last in the MLB, which is half a run higher than the second worst team in the White Sox at 5.6 ERA. Their hits, once again, number 1 in the MLB by over 30, 545 hits allowed. Earned runs, once again, lead the MLB, or last in the MLB, I should say, in 302 earned runs. That is 17 runs higher than the second worst. Again, their whip, highest in the MLB. That's walks and hits per inning pitched. 1.5 is their whip, which is also just abysmal. And then home runs, they are bottom 4 as well, giving up 67 home runs. The Marlins should be able to hit 1 or 2 home runs with this wind blowing out, even though they don't have a super high launch angle as a team. The Rockies bullpen gives up a ton of home runs, as we can see, 66, they're 5th last in the MLB. So that all pairs well for a Marlins offensive explosion. Once again, especially because they're used to the altitude now. Typically, when teams first come to Coors Field, they struggle a little bit with the elevation change, but in Game 2, they perform much better. And we'll look at some Rockies trends. So this just gives you a feel for how the game might play out. If the Marlins end up winning this game with a total at 11, they should go over this easily. And these are the Colorado Rockies trends. So as we can see, with equal rest, they are 45-78, only winning 36.6% of their games. And they played yesterday, so both teams have equal rest. And after a win, an abysmal 16-32 with a 33.3% win percentage. So with all those stats, all those trends, everything we looked at today, we are rocking with the Marlins team total over 4.5 at -135. Make sure to sign up for the premium, guys. We're looking forward to having you in there, along with the Stat Bets Profitable Guide to Sports Betting. Just compiled everything that we have used to make money over the years. All the tips, tricks, and insights are available on that wap.com website for purchase. Look forward to catching another free pick with you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.